it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming very distinguished and eminent personalities in the valedictory session of 5 days induction training program through ICT. At ETV studio, we have with us the Chairman Board of Governors of NITTTR, Dr. K.K. Talwar, who is a well-known personality in the medical field. He is at present the Chairman of Medical Council of India, and he is the Chairman of Board of Governors, NITTTR, Chandigarh. I, on behalf of the Institute, extend very hearty welcome to you, sir, for being here in the valedictory session of the program. Friends, we have another eminent personality, a well-known scientist. He is Dr. N. Sathyamurthy, who is Director of ICER at Mohali, and he is with us in the valedictory session. He is also a member of Board of Governors, NITTTR, Chandigarh. Sir, we welcome you to the valedictory session. Third distinguished guest with us is Mr. Satpal Sharma from the Finance Department of MHRD, Government of India. We extend welcome to you, sir, too. And I take this opportunity to welcome the Director of the Institute, Dr. M.P. Punya, then Mrs. Neelam at PDM Polytechnic, NC College of Engineering, the Principal, Dr. Sodhi, Dr. V.K. Srivastav, and Dr. Reheja, L.R. Reheja, who are with us in the valedictory session of this 5 days program. Friends, for the last 5 days, we have tried to deliberate on very important aspects related to technical education system, focusing on the teaching effectiveness, how to plan, organize, implement, and evaluate instruction, then focusing on some of the skills which are very important from the teacher's point of view, the oral communication skills, the strategies through which one can develop the entrepreneurial competences among the students, and strategies for developing creativity and innovation among the students. Then we had sessions on some of the interdisciplinary areas like NVQF, which is very important issue, and at present the country is implementing National Vocational Education Qualification Framework. Then we also had, as a teacher, the teacher needs to be academic leader. So we had a session on management skills by the Director of the Institute, and one global issue, that is sustainable development, where we had two experts, one from former advisor of Department of Science and Technology, and then Dr. Punya interacted with you on this very session. I'm very sure that the objectives with which we started this program, to enable the participating teachers to understand the quality issues related to technical education system, and also acquire the skills of planning, organizing, implementing, and evaluating instruction, and also acquire some of the related knowledge with respect to sustainable development and NVQF, and also entrepreneurship development. I'm very sure that we have been able to achieve these objectives through the deliberations. In addition to that, we had a panel discussion where industry personnel were invited, and the theme of the panel discussion was expectations of industry from the technical graduates, and the panel discussion was geared towards identifying the skill gap that exists in the competence of the technical graduates from degree colleges as well as the diploma colleges. And then we had also come out with certain suggestions which need to be undertaken by the institutions to provide rigorous training for developing the required high-level abilities among the students, to instill the confidence in them so that they can handle the practical work, and also sensitize them towards the needs of the society. So with this background, I'll now come back to first I'll request Dr. Punya to say a few words before we start taking the feedback from the participants of the program at 2 centers. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Professor Tulsi. Respected Professor K.K. Talwar sir, Professor Sathyamurthy, dear Sri Satpalji Sharma, faculty members, guests at different centers at NC College of Engineering and Technology, then another center which we are having at Bahadurgarh PDM Institute of Technology. So first of all, sir, on behalf of ETV department, on behalf of NITTTR Chandigarh, I welcome you. And last year in the month of July, MHRD has given mandate to our institute that polytechnic teachers, specifically polytechnic teachers, and in number 80,000 should be imparted this induction training throughout the India, because we are having 4 NITTTRs. So in our NITTTR's mandate, we got 20,000 teachers training through induction training program. But the facilities which we are having, or infrastructure or soft infrastructure which we are having, according to that one, our capacity was to train around 4,000 teachers per year. And according to our O plan, already programs we have decided, so it was very difficult to reach every teacher. Say 20,000, it's a big number. So with the help of our team, ETV department, Professor Tulsi, we have planned that in place of physically moving here and there, if we can start training programs from here itself, because we are having wonderful facility here for the purpose of transmission. So in the month of September, we have started these type of program. Teachers, experts are here, and teachers are at faraway places, even in UP or Jammu or Dehradun, even in Jaipur, Rajasthan. 2,000 teachers we have trained through this one in Rajasthan only. So from month of September to month of 31st March, say, number of teachers which we could train through this media, that was more than 4,500. So only we had 3,500 teachers training capacity. In addition to that one, 4,500 teachers we could train through this one. Result seems quite good. Even feedback which we are receiving from the teachers, that is also wonderful. Even in some of the cases, we have invited students also. So students are sitting here, teachers are sitting at faraway places. Even industry people are coming here. They are saying that what are their requirements. Students are saying what difficulties they are facing. So this is a very successful mode, and at one particular point of time, we can capture 5 centers at different places. It is in interactive mode, and sometimes using YouTube. At one place we are having YouTube, and now we are connected to Bahadurgarh through YouTube. Both are through video conferencing. YouTube is standby. So it's a very successful, and sir, hopefully this program means in this year 2013-14, the O plan which we have prepared for 20,000 teachers. Now we are trying to reach to the extreme corner of the country, where remotest area, where movement of the persons are very difficult. Teachers will be sitting there and will be interacting from here itself. Only requirement is at end point they'll have to have 1 Mbps connectivity. In some of the areas that connectivity is not available. In that case, we have recorded some of the videos here. Our teachers are going there with video. Those videos are being played, and if some queries are there, then teachers are asking. So remote areas, that mode we are applying. Otherwise, it's a successful program. And in addition to this induction training program, now the programs which will be conducting content based also. So experts will be here, teachers will be sitting at faraway places, even students with teachers will be sitting, and we people will be delivering lectures from here. So hopefully this mode of interaction will be quite useful, and in time to come, the target which we have fixed for 20,000 teachers will be reaching everywhere, every corner of the country. So in this daunting task, we need your kind support, sir. Enough money is also needed. The infrastructure, strengthening of the infrastructure is also needed. Many of the endpoints in terms of video conferencing setups also needed. So hope that these requirements will be fulfilled, and we'll be able to meet our target which we have decided. So thank you very much, sir, for sparing time and coming to this ETV studio. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us the rationale for taking up this initiative of offering induction training program through ICT. Now, friends, I'll request the participants at PDM Polytechnic Bahadurgarh So 2 to 3 members who have attended the program for the last 5 days, they can give us the feedback with respect to whether what was the experience like, and whether they think we could achieve the objective, or any suggestions you would like to give us to improve the quality and effectiveness of the program. So over to PDM Polytechnic Bahadurgarh.
Good afternoon, Tulsi ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Honorable Chief Guest, and other respected members present over there. Actually, ma'am, on behalf of all my PGM members, myself, Mrs. Neelam, I am going to express my views on the whole program. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Tulsi, who plays an important role in the whole training program. She has organized the whole program very nicely. Now I would like to discuss some of the areas covered in various lectures during the whole training program. On the very first day, ma'am, Dr. Vidu delivered us valuable suggestions on how we can become an effective teacher, and also how we can improve our teaching learning process. Then the lecture delivered by Dr. Ampi Punia and Dr. Malti Goel on sustainable development was very much effective. Dr. Punia explained in a very perfect way with so many examples his contributions toward technical field, and his experiences which he shared with us was very much motivating. His valuable suggestions inspires us to think innovatively and differently, and also implement that thinking to a platform. And Dr. Bedi has given her valuable suggestions on setting question papers to evaluate teaching learning process. And I think my colleagues will be going to apply the various suggestions explained by Mr. P.K. Singla on planning, organizing, and evaluating practical work. He also discussed Bloom's taxonomy of education and various domains. And then I would like to thank Dr. S.S. Patnaik, who explained the procedure of transferring the PPT to video lecture, which will be very helpful. And then, of course, the discussion with you, Madam Tulsi, on communication skills, which we enjoyed very much. We all participated actively in the discussion. And then comes the panel discussion by industry experts, who clarifies various confusions. He explained what are the basic requirements or expectations of industry from the students of technical institutes. And now, in the end, I, on behalf of all PDM staff, would like to thank the whole unit involved in conducting the induction training program. I think it will be very much beneficial to all the teachers who have attended the whole program. The valuable suggestions given by experts can be used to improve our teaching process. In the end, we all are highly thankful to all the experts of ITP, and my special thanks goes to Madam Tulsi, who have arranged in a perfect way this induction training program. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Neelam, for the words of appreciation. If you would like to also provide any suggestion to us to improve the quality or the effectiveness, that is also welcome. Or any other member would like to speak?
Yes, ma'am. One of my members wants to say something.
Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hanji.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I have attended this type of training session for the first time. All the sessions were very effective and impressive. I suppose most of us would be motivated and would like to apply that we have learned here. One thing I would like to add for the Tulsi ma'am, that she is very dynamic and fabulous and impressive lecture delivered, and a fantastic personality. Thanks to all.
Thank you very much. And the assurance you have given to us that you would like to implement some of these aspects, and we are sure that you will take the initiative to bring in some qualitative change in the teaching learning process. So thank you very much, the participants of PDM Polytechnic. Now over to NC College of Engineering, Israna. So can we have the feedback from the participating teachers first?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are audible.
A very good morning to all present. Hello.
Hanji, please carry on.
So, on the behalf of NC College of Engineering, I really appreciate the efforts of NITTTR Chandigarh panelists for organizing such type of induction programs. First of all, I would really appreciate your efforts and thanking you for organizing this program, so that we are motivated through these programs, and I will definitely try to apply these strategies in my day-to-day activities. Ma'am, as far as session is concerned, the sessions are very interactive, and we learn more from all the speakers, and learn how to make a teaching more effective, and how we'll make teaching a noble profession rather than an optional profession. The one thing I liked the most in this session was we all were thinking that teaching was not a noble profession and everyone is neglecting their professions. So through these programs, only we will came to know about the teaching is not an optional profession. It should be a compulsory, and everyone try to be in this profession rather than they will just go in this profession just for the sake of this. I have no job, I have nothing else. So through these programs, I will definitely say that I'm really encouraged that I'm in this profession. I'm really thankful to all the panelists in the NITTTR for this. Thank you, ma'am.
May I know the name, please?
Ma'am, my name is Kirti.
Kirti, thank you very much. And I think the service orientation, which is missing these days from the teaching profession, that will certainly be generated, and people like you who are committed to the profession will continue to be in teaching profession. So thank you very much. Now, any other participant who would like to speak on this occasion?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I would like to, first of all, thank the NITTTR Chandigarh, because you people are really doing good in making the teachers of the academic leaders. We people really enjoyed the sessions as they were very interactive, and we've learned a lot from these sessions. I want to give one suggestion, that the third session should be made more interactive through some activities. But overall, the sessions were very good, and we have learned a lot from these sessions. I hope your efforts will be continued in near future also, and you come up with more strategies and techniques that enable overall development of all the teachers. So I would like to end up with lots of thanks to all the experts, Tulsi ma'am, and especially Punya sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the suggestion is well taken, ma'am. What you have said is more of interaction and activities be generated in the third session. We all agree to that, and we'll make an attempt to make it more interactive and more joyful for the people who are attending the program. And these programs are likely to continue in future too. And content matter, as you have listened to Dr. MP Punya, we are going to start the subject matter related programs also from the end of May. And there will be closer collaboration between the NITTTR and the technical institutions. So thank you for your feedback. Now, any other member who would like to say a few things here?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. So friends, I would now request the distinguished guest at NC College of Engineering, the principal of the institute, to say a few words on this occasion. Over to Dr. Sodhi, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would first of all like to thank Professor Punya. Only a few days back he was here in our institute to attend the Board of Governors meeting, in which we had requested him that some such programs should be arranged in which we should also participate. And in a very limited span of time, he was very kind enough to send his team member, Professor Patnaik, to this place with all the infrastructure and all the equipment here. which was installed by Professor Patnaik, and in 1 or 2 days the whole program was initiated. So I once again extend my thanks to Professor Punia for that. I only have a few comments on the program. I was attending 1 or 2 sessions in which the topic was what are the skills which were required by the industry from the students.
Yes.
Apart from the technical competence of the students, what I feel is that morality, ethics, these are two of the skills which are highly desired by any industry. No industry wants a person who tells lies. So these are the skills which even a teacher should have. Even then he'll be able to inculcate these things in their students. Then another skill which is asked by the industry is that students should be able to obey orders and to execute orders. And especially in a large industry, not the IT industry, large integrated industry, what is expected of a manager is that he should have a very high level of networking skills. Networking, what I mean is that at the horizontal level, he should be able to interact with the maintenance people, both electrical operations, as well as the mechanical maintenance. Then the previous unit, subsequent unit, the shipping people, the production planning and execution people, सबके साथ उसका proper networking होनी चाहिए. और that is the skill which is lacking in most of the students these days. They are very good as well as far as individual skills are concerned, but these are some of the things which are lacking. Another thing is what a teacher should have is that आजकल हम लोग सब देखते हैं, all of us are very concerned about it, that emphasis is more on memorizing everything. The university exam system is such that questions which are set is that ये बता दो वो जो याद करके उसने कर दिया. Higher order problem solving skills are not taught, not asked for in the examination system. तो उसके ऊपर थोड़ा stress देने की जरूरत है मैडम. And how to implement these things, ये इस पर थोड़ा हम लोग stress देंगे तो it will be very helpful for our students. Madam, now I would like to introduce our guest today, Professor B.K. Srivastava. Dr. B.K. Srivastava has obtained his B.Tech Agricultural Engineering degree from G.B. Pant University, and he has a PhD in Water Resources Engineering from IIT Kharagpur in 1976. Then, after he was working in the Maharana Pratap University of Agriculture and Technology, Udaipur, Rajasthan. After his superannuation from the university, he joined NCSD group of institutions, Istana, Panipat, Haryana, Director Academic, and now presently he is working as Director of SDITN, which is SD Institute of Technology and Management. He has published more than 80 research papers in various national and international journals and proceedings. He has also guided about 10 postgraduate students of ME and 5 PhD. I would like to request Professor Srivastava to say a few words.
Thank you. First of all, I am thankful that I have been invited here to be with this group, and particularly I am thankful to Professor Punia. Professor Punia and me, we are very well known from Rajasthan. He had been very intelligently handling Bikaner College and been there. We had attended several meetings together, and the way he motivated his teachers, the way he was rather very effective, that I had seen during the last visit when he was principal there in Bikaner Engineering College. So here I would like to congratulate him that he has started very good program, interactive one through ICT mode, and really it is needed, as he also knows that orientation program for teachers who have recently joined, or even the teachers who are working, they also need sometimes some kind of workshops which you are conducting very nicely. As I have heard, I have gone through the lectures and all, I could know that it was really very good, very interactive for 5 days. we also used to have orientation programs of 21 days. It was mandatory also by ICR and UGC. I was working in Agriculture University, Dr. Burian knows well. So at that time also, being Director Planning and Monitoring, during the last 2 years before I superintended, I had the opportunity to, as Director Planning and Monitoring, to work on this issue. I conducted a number of programs for newly recruited teachers and then officers of other units also. But here I would like to mention here that some of attributes and all we all usually hear, and that must be there with the teachers. Otherwise, they will not be able to impart knowledge, good knowledge. But office management also must be taken care of. Office management means most of the teachers, I don't know much about private institutions where I'm working presently, but during my tenure as Dean of that college, I've come across that teachers, they are not familiar with rules, acts, statutes, or service rules of teachers, and these things must also be taken care of, which we used to teach them during the orientation programs, which was for induction programs, rather same kind of program for newly recruited teachers. So here I would office management is very important. How to write the letters, how to go for writing office notes, how to these things are very important, that also must be included. Then in library networking and all that also, this can also be included if it is not there. That way it can be more made more effective. And management techniques, they should be good managers as well, good leaders as well. So these aspects you must have covered, but it can be rather covered in more details, right? Like how to persuade people, how to be more, how to influence the persons, how to be, influence means certainly then only they will be able to communicate better to their students, and they can be very effective. So these are some of the my suggestions which can be incorporated in such training programs. Thank you very much for conducting this program so nicely. To all of your staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And you very aptly remarked that we have a leader like Dr. M.P. Punya, who's leading by an example, and this particular program is the brainchild of the director of the institute, and he is intensively involved in implementing this program. And your suggestions are well taken. Initially, we also had this 21 days induction training program for the technical teachers, and over a period of time, the duration has been reduced. Now we have 2 weeks induction training program, which we offer face-to-face situation. And within a 5 days, it's a capsule form which we are providing, but your suggestions will certainly try to incorporate in the subsequent programs. So thank you very much for highlighting the qualities which a teacher needs to possess. And I would also like to thank Dr. Sodhi for giving us additional points like the ethics, the morality, and execution of assigned tasks, and the networking skills which must be possessed by the technical graduates. And our focus should be developing higher level abilities and reduce the rote memorization on the part of the students, and also assess on the higher level abilities. So thank you very much, sir. Now, friends, we have with us a galaxy of distinguished guests. So I would first request Dr. N. Sathyamurthy to say a few words in the... हाँ, इधर से इधर बैठ के बोलना चाहिए सर. No problem.
Well, Madam Tulsi, they can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's definitely a pleasure to participate in this function. I'm delighted to see this being done. Earlier I had seen the studio. NITTTR studio is one of the best in the Tri-City region. now I see that it is being put to use to train the trainers. That is that is a slogan these days, and I'm impressed with the number that NITTTR is able to reach out. About 20,000 is the target.
Target, yes, 2013.
And I must congratulate the director and his team for this initiative, and we wish them all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your words of encouragement. And I'll now request Mr. Satpal Sharma to say a few words.
वहीं से आएगा फिर तो क्लियर आएगा.
Dear friends, this is respected chairman sir, and dear friends, this is a very rare opportunity for me to participate in such a program, and I am awestruck by what Mr. Punia has done. He has, he has multiplied the capacity of the institute by using this technique. And I wish him all the best, and all the best to all the participants.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, friends, I'll request the Honorable Chairman of Board of Governors, Dr. K.K. Talwar, to deliver the valedictory address in the valedictory session of this program.
Dr. Punia and the Director of the Institute, Dr. Sathyamurthy, Mr. Sharma, Dr. Tulsi, and distinguished faculty from both the polytechnics who are attending this particular session. Dr. Sodi, the principal of the institute, and Dr. Srivastava, the guest in one of the institutions. I think this shows that how the teletechnology can be useful for the teaching purposes. I'm a medical man, and we often in medicine feel that we have a dearth of medical teachers, and that we should try to use technology to compensate for that. I think this shows that how effectively this way, I think somebody can lecture at one place and can be transmitted to a number of colleges at the same time. It can be useful. I'm really impressed by the transmission quality of this particular program, because in my own institution we started this kind of a activity some years back, and when we are transmitting our educational activity to other institutions, I always found that transmission was little not that ideal, because it was very impressive to see that those who are speaking from the other side, that it is very clearly audible. And so that, I think, because that's the strength of this program. If you are not properly audible, I think that doesn't serve the purpose. Well, I congratulate the director of the institution, Dr. Tulsi, for this kind of a program, and I also that the institutions which are benefiting from this kind of program. I was just talking to Dr. Punia that the kind of a setup that now these polytechnics have, probably the faculty from here have gone and put it there. Maybe other colleges might have it as a permanent feature, so that you can benefit from other institutions where these kind of good lectures are going on, can be transmitted all the time, rather than that has to be fixed. I am told it's not very expensive. It costs around 2 lakh or so. Maybe I am sure somebody will like to donate money even to the institution for these purposes. So I think you should look into those kind of possibilities. Anyway, I think this shows that how technology can sort of benefit. I mean, if anybody has to come to Chandigarh, how much money you spend, time you waste. So how much it is what the technology can do today. I congratulate again Dr. Punia and Dr. Tulsi and their other colleagues
and our team members.
The other, I'm told, the young people who are looking at these programs, the camera person, they're very, very sort of wonderful job that they are doing to these programs. Again, I'm sure, I think the colleges where it is being transmitted should also try to look at it, how it is benefiting them. They must give a feedback to the institution, the college, that okay, how it has benefited over the period of time. And I'm sure as the transmission to me looks very impressive, but if there are more needs to be done at the local site, I'm sure you should give this feedback. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sonia, for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
बोलना चाह रहे हैं? हाँ जी, मैं दे देती हूँ। चलो वही शिफ्ट करके मैं
we have another distinguished guest at NC College of Engineering. So I'll request that Dr. Ella Reheja may kindly be requested to share his views in the valedictory session.
Ma'am, I would just like to introduce Professor Ella Reheja.
Sir, please.
Dr. Lajpat Rai Reheja completed MSc Maths in 1964 in first division from Agra University and proceeded to IIT Kharagpur for PhD, where he completed the postgraduate diploma in applied maths in 1965 and PhD in 1968. He then joined as faculty in the Department of Naval Architecture in 1968 and continued till his retirement in 2004. During this period, he held several academic and administrative positions such as HOD, Chairman of Joint Entrance Examination of all IITs, etc., and attended several national and international conferences. He was awarded the coveted International Research Fellowship of AVH Foundation of West Germany and did his postgraduate work there. He was offered a research project assignment in Germany for 2 years duration from 1985 to 87 at the University of Hamburg, Germany. Because of his long association with Germany, he is still fluent in German language. After retirement, he settled in Karnal and joined this college as professor and HOD IT in 2006. And since then, he is working and he is with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And over to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I am actually not going to take much of your time. The idea conceived by Dr. Punia to reach the teachers by ICT is wonderful. Actually, we all teachers over here, we never, devote enough time to how to present our subject, and we only prepare the subject. So this technology is going to help us in sort of making a better presentation, and what actually is needed, not to cover the subject, but to uncover the subject so as to fire the mind of the student so that he can be more creative. Well, anyway, I hope that when you will be starting your subject-wise sessions, this will be taken care of much better. At the end, I would like to really congratulate Dr. Punia for conceiving this kind of idea, and also thank Dr. Punia for executing the same, and also Dr. Tulsi and Dr. Patnaik and all your technical staff for beautifully executing this program, and look forward to the further sessions in this regard. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. And you very rightly said that it is not the subject which is important, but how you uncover the subject and you spark, you ignite that spark within the students, which will make a difference, whereby creativity can be developed among the students. So a lot of independent study has to be there as far as subject learning is there. So you have to only kindle that spark. So thank you very much. So friends, at the end, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the Chairman, Board of Governors, Dr. K.K. Talwar, whose presence here itself has been very inspiring and motivating for all of us. We have started these programs since September 2012, and Sir has very rightly said that technology can be utilized for reaching out to the people. And if we look to the technical education system, where we have almost 9,000 degree level institutions, 4,000 diploma level institutions, and if on average you take 50 teachers in each institution, you will have 650,000 teachers to be trained. And face-to-face contact does not provide that kind of opportunity to each and every teacher. So technology has really been a boon, which the potential has been exploited, and the idea was conceived by Dr. Punia, rightly said, and we all now realize the potential of technology. And Sir has very rightly said that the problems one faces, initially we also faced problems, Sir, with respect to the audio, video, the breaking up of the length, the bandwidth problem, but with passage of time, some of these problems have been overcome, and now we have social media to our rescue, and YouTube is good enough to provide that kind of facility, and 10 centers can be networked at a particular point of time, and we are able to do that. At present, the examinations are going on, so the number of centers which have connected to us is lesser. So we again thank you for being with us and for your words of wisdom and advice to the institution to continue with these efforts. I would also like to thank Dr. N. Sathyamurthy, Director ISIL, for joining us in the valedictory session and his words of appreciation. And thanks are due to Mr. Satpal Sharma from the Finance Department of MHRD Government of India, who also appreciated the efforts put in by NITTTR. So we assure you that these efforts which we have taken up, these will continue in times to come, and the quality will certainly improve with passage of time, and more number of teachers will be benefited by this kind of program. I also express my thanks to Dr. Sodhi, Dr. V.K. Srivastava, Dr. Ella Raheja at NC College of Engineering, who have shared their views with us in the valedictory session of the program, and Mrs. Neelam at PDM Polytechnic Bahadurgarh for providing us the detailed feedback with respect to the program, and also shared her opinion about the program. I would like to thank all the participants who have given the feedback. Your suggestions are well taken, and the suggestions which have been given by the distinguished guests and the suggestions given by the participant, we assure you that wherever it is possible, we'll try to improve the program design, and we'll try to meet the expectations of the teachers who are going to attend this program. And with the experience and with the feedback we are receiving from the technical teachers who are participating in the program. I'll be failing in my duty if I do not, and you would pose a vote of thanks to all the principals and directors who have sponsored their faculty for attending this 5 days induction training program. No venture can be successful unless and until there is a nodal center, a network center. So you have extended us your full cooperation, your support in terms of facility, in terms of resources, and you have spared your teachers for participating in this program. So thank you, principals and director of both the institution, PDM Polytechnic as well as NC College of Engineering, also the management of these institutions. The teachers who have been attending this program have really set an example, I would say. We have conducted almost, this is 23rd program through video conferencing, but the kind of interaction you had, the sincerity you showed in attending all the programs which were scheduled in the program, the kind of interaction you generated in the panel discussion, and the feedback you have provided, we thank you for that. And we are hopeful that whatever minimal learning has been there on account of this experience of participating in the program, you will be able to bring in certain qualitative changes in the teaching learning in the technical institutions, and the benefit of these programs would flow to your students, where the holistic development of student is the aim of education. So I'm very thankful to each of you for participating in this program and making it a success. I, at the end, take this opportunity to thank all my faculty colleagues and staff members at NITTTR who have provided the support in successful implementation of this program by engaging various sessions and by providing the other support needed for the successful implementation of the program. I would also like to thank all the members of faculty and staff at PDM at NC College of Engineering who might have been working behind the scenes to provide support for successful implementation of program at the network centers. At the end, thank you one and all for being a part of this novel venture, and we look forward to meeting you in some of the subsequent programs, maybe on the subject matter updating, or maybe some refresher programs or interdisciplinary programs. So thank you, wish you all the best. Thank you one and all.